Is this just another retcon from Disney Star Wars? Just so that we can have a fan favorite character? And when I say Disney Star Wars, everyone, I'm talking about Filoni. Good old Dave Filoni. G'day guys and welcome back to Raging Rhino. Alright, today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Bad Batch and some of the things that I've been noticing throughout some of these episodes. Mainly the last one that we had. The one that took place on Ryloth with the Syndulas. And of course it was just Hera's cameo episode. Now there was one moment in that episode where I noticed that Hauser isn't following orders. I kind of viewed it as a bit of a retcon to Order 66. My understanding of Order 66 is it's basically they're following all the orders of the Empire. They follow them blindly, and whether or not that's killing Jedi or being in line with all the protocols that need to take place, it's my understanding that that's what Order 66 did and the inhibitor chips did. I will show you the moment very shortly that I noticed where I was like, come on, now we're just trying to make clones for people to like so that, you know, you can have a new fan favorite, I suppose. So I saw this a couple of days after the episode aired on Instagram, and I took a photo of it and I put it on Twitter just to see what the response to it would be. And it says, Hauser was a clone who served as a stormtrooper captain on Ryloth and worked with On-Free Tar and the Twi'lek Resistance to help maintain peace on the planet. Now, just quickly, the Twi'lek Resistance, I didn't think there was really a Twi'lek Resistance until after, like, the Empire took over, but I could be wrong with that. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat, but that was my understanding of what the Resistance was for Ryloth anyway. It goes on. He sympathizes with General Cham Syndulla and stands out because he questions orders and doesn't blindly follow Clone Protocol 66 like most other clones. So again, I put this out on Twitter just to see what people think. Now, there was a couple of people here that you can see that basically mention, mainly this one, I had a pretty big back and forward with Chris Smith here. And his first comment to it was, my guess is his chip wasn't activated because there were no Jedi on Ryloth when Order 66 happened. Now, to me, okay, does that mean that there has to be a Jedi around for the inhibitor chip to actually be triggered? Like, just getting the order doesn't actually do anything. It's once they see a Jedi, then it activates. I actually want you guys to let me know in the comments below what you guys think about this. To me, it's a retcon just so that we can have a new fan favorite character. So let me show you one of the moments from the episode which I noticed that made me think that this is a retcon. So before I push play, let me set this up for you. Hera and Chopper have been caught spying on an Imperial storage facility. Now, you would think that being all clones that have been triggered with Order 66, now, even if he's not triggered with Order 66 to do anything about this situation, wouldn't these other clones, like, be, you know, excuse me, Captain, but, like, we need to take her under arrest or whatever the case may be. So let me play this.
I'm in a tough spot, Cham. Between us, things are a little tense at the moment. I won't report this, but it can't happen again.
I assure you.
So he says, I can't report this, but it can't happen again. Now, look, it might be a nitpick, but to me, it does seem like they're just trying to give us a new fan favorite clone. And to me, it's not necessary. Again, this episode was a pointless episode in the first place. It was all about Hera. Again, I viewed this as a retcon. If you go back and watch my reaction to this moment, it was the first thing that I thought of. Hold on a second. That means his inhibitor chip's not working? So if he doesn't blindly follow orders like this says here, wouldn't he then go back to Kamino and they dispose of him? Because he's not blindly following orders? Now, also too, in regards to this whole justification that there was no Jedi there or anything like that, I want to take you back to episode 7 of the Bad Batch when they remove all their inhibitor chips. Wrecker's sitting here. his inhibited chip is sort of half working, half not, and then this happens.
This won't hurt a bit.
Let's have a listen to actually what he says as soon as the inhibitor chip does take over.
You're in direct violation of Order 66.
Are there any Jedi around? I mean, I guess maybe Omega's going to end up being Force sensitive, but she ain't no Jedi. But there seems to be no Jedi around, and his inhibitor chip is just triggered, and they're in violation of Order 66. You know why? Because they're not blindly following the Empire. So, again, I don't know. I want you guys to tell me. What do you guys think? Is this just another retcon from Disney Star Wars? Just so that we can have a fan favorite character? And when I say Disney Star Wars, everyone, I'm talking about Filoni. Good old Dave Filoni. And then the very next day, after that first thing that I saw on Instagram came out, I then saw this on Instagram. It says, fans, you can't make a character that we'll all like in just one episode. Filoni slaps dope hair, sexy scar, and painted armor onto a clone. It's exactly how I saw it. Exactly how I saw it. So to me, it's a retcon. It's just them messing around with it just so that they can have... It's like having all these Jedi that now ended up surviving the Purge, that ended up surviving Order 66. And now we're getting more clones that weren't quite, you know, done over by the inhibitor chip. Like, I also think about, okay, so let's say there was an entire legion of clones that were on a planet without a Jedi on it. So they didn't get Order 66. So now, can a Jedi just show up to them and will it then trigger? Or can a Jedi just show up and they will actually help the Jedi? Also, too, with this guy being on Ryloth, now, I don't know if anyone does actually know if it's even a known thing. As far as I was concerned, the clones were run or led by Jedi generals. So if he was sent to Ryloth, wouldn't there be a Jedi general there with them? Anyway, again, that's another point, but I just had to get my thoughts out there on this because there's so many people that are backing me up and saying that I'm right in what I'm saying in thinking that it is another retcon. But then there are also the people out there that are pretty much defending it. On this one, there was a guy that came in and said the exact same thing, but he ended up removing all his tweets. So I can't even read them and let you know what he said. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.